So I've dragged an Arduino and a PIR sensor over here. Now PIR has three pins. So one is called signal, other is power, and then there is ground. So power and ground must be obvious. Ground is obviously connected to ground. We can color it black, arranged it a little bit so it looks a little more sane. Yeah, there we go. And power, as we know, has to be 5 volt. So let's just give it 5 volt and color it red. Now signal is where we are going to detect what PIR gives us. So generally when we do this with any sensor, we are going to do that. We are going to just first read it at an analog pin, and let's see what we get if we read it at analog pin. So we are reading it at A0, and to read it, let's code. So let's go to print to serial monitor, and for input let's read analog pin A0, right? And let's start the simulation to see what we get as values. So you see you are getting zeros right now because the sensor is not sensing any movement, but the minute you move, did you see that? You get 1018. Now no matter what the distance is, the answer is either 0 or 1018. That shows that it has only two values. So it is actually a sensor which is giving you a digital value. Even though if you read it analog in an analog form, it is fine, but it is a sensor which actually can give you digital values. So let's change the pin to digital pin, and let's detect it as high and low. So I've changed the pin to pin number 4, and we can move this over here, and let's make it 4. If we start the simulation, now we should get to see 0 and 1. Let's see. Yeah, 1 if there is a movement and 0 if there is not. So this, as we are continuously moving, it was 1, but now that we are not moving, it's 0. So if you want to detect, let's say, something regarding movement itself, this could be a code where we could just put an if else, right? And a comparison block here. What about equal to? You can even choose high, and let's read the input that we have, that is on pin number 4. You can use any digital pin, I just use 4 for convenience. And let's print it on serial monitor whether the movement is there or not. So if it is high, movement detected, and if it is low, which will be in else, no movement, right? So you can start the simulation again, and you can see it continuously gives you no movement. The minute you move, it will say movement detected. So that's your PIR sensor. Pretty straightforward. You can just stop the simulation, go to blocks plus text, and see what and how the if else logic has been used. Thank you.